Hi there, everybody, and welcome to another feature presentation of Cap Sports. It's Super Bowl Sunday on a November afternoon in Duxbury, and today we've got a terrific matchup between the Middleborough Cougars and the Silver Bullets from Barnstable. I'm Carl Pratt along with Harry Taylor, and we welcome you to another feature presentation of Cap Sports as we track down some of the finest youth football players in southeastern Massachusetts. During the regular season, Middleborough had a record of 7 wins and 1 loss. Meanwhile, Barnstable had a mark of 6 wins and 2 losses. Unfortunately, one of those 2 losses came against Middleborough. How'd these two teams get to the championship round? Well, last weekend, Middleborough defeated Silver Lake in come-from-behind fashion, 26-12. They trailed 6-0. They trailed 12-6. They got 2 touchdowns from quarterback Pat Hannon and 2 from running back John Hebert to pull out the come-from-behind victory. Last week, number 4 seeded the Silver Bullets from Barnstable had a great victory against number 1 seed Rockland. The final count there was 14-8. It was a great game last week for Barnstable, springboarding them into the championship round. We should have a terrific afternoon for youth football here at Duxbury. It's a neutral site, but we've got exclusive coverage on Super Bowl Sunday from Duxbury. It's the Middleborough Cougars against the Silver Bullets from Barnstable. Stay with us. We'll come back with today's opening kickoff.
I'm Bob Newmeyer from Channel 4 WBZ. You know, I've been lucky enough to cover Super Bowls, Celtic championship games, Stanley Cup finals, the whole ball of wax. But if you want to see a good high school game, tune in to Cap Sports.
Okay, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Duxbury for Super Bowl action here on the Pee-wee youth football level. I'm Carl Pratt along with Harry Taylor. And we're set to get underway here. 10 now for the Red Raiders of Barnstable. Check that, the Silver Bullets. The Red Raiders of the high school team. There's a fumble on the play, and let's see. It'll still be the Silver Bullets football. We apologize for some difficulty, but not an awful lot of working room here in Duxbury. Many people wanted to get the earlier game. An outstanding game between Bridgewater and Rockland. Now we're set to go with this one. The quarterback on a 2nd and 11 situation from the 23. Barnstable is Matt Broughton. Broughton hands it to the second man through, and this will be a nice gain. I believe that's 46, Tom Street. Yes, it is. There's Tom. Nice move off the right side. Now, coming into this game, the Silver Bullets had a regular season of 6-2. They had a nice win last week against Rockland to advance to this championship game. They won it 14-8. Dan Byron had a 45-yard run for a touchdown. They added the conversion. Rockland tied it up. And then Barnstable won on a touchdown by Joe Martino. They want to go the air now. They fake it once, and now Broughton tries the right side. He's going to have a first down and a whole lot more. He goes from the 27-yard line up to about the 39. It was a 3rd and 7 situation, and Broughton has a first down for Barnstable. He'll have a pickup. Actually, they spun it on the 40. That's 13 yards for Broughton. Nice move that time by the quarterback for the Barnstable Silver Bullets. We'll give you the different players throughout the course of this game on both sides. And we'll talk about Middleborough when they go on offense. Now Broughton hands this one off to 45, Dan Byron. And Byron gets stuffed. Let's see who's there to lead the charge. Number 50, Mike Nadeau. Number 64 is also there, Christian Perry.
Stopped on the play by Middleborough's number 50, Mike Nadeau.
Second down, we'll call it 11 yards to go. This time, I believe it's 46 once again, Tom Street. Let's see if it is indeed Street getting up from the bottom of this. Yes, it is, number 46. Kevin Brower in on the stop for Middleborough. Third down now from the 44-yard line. 3rd and 6 from the 44. Here's a pitch back. Going once again to 46. Tom Street. Street doesn't get too far. Tony Durham in on the stop, number 23.
I'll see you at halftime, okay?
It'll be 4th down now. No gain on the play. Nice defense by Durham. 4th down and 6 from the 44-yard line, and back to punt for the Silver Bullets. Number 84 is a good look at Tim Picard. Tony Durham is back deep to receive this kick for Middleborough, the Cougars. Good snap from center. And Picard runs up and gets it, hits it on the fly. Durham picks it up at the 36-yard line. Hebert causes some interference. Durham is still on his feet. Durham threatening to go all the way, and he finally gets dragged down by the punter, number 84, Tim Picard. Tony Durham with a huge return, a 33-yard return by Durham. Tony Durham with a 33-yard return. And now the Middleborough Cougars will go on offense, 1st and 10. They spot this ball on the 31-yard line with 4:22 to go here in the opening quarter. Pat Hannon is the quarterback. A little bit of a reverse working. They fake it. Some confusion there, but Brower still on his feet. One man to beat. And Brower finally gets pushed out of bounds by number 47 of Barnstable. In on the stop, number 47, Taylor Jacobs. But there's 32, Kevin Brower, who had an outstanding game a week ago. A huge gain. They're going to spot this football on the 14-yard line. First and 10 from the 14. Second man through getting the call. This is Brower again. Look at him knife his way through the defense. He continues to drive the legs, and Brower's going to be in for a touchdown for the Cougars. No time at all. Boy, a 19-second drive. Kevin Brower did it both times. He went from the 31 to the 14. And then he took the last 14 yards and scooted into the end zone. Kevin Brower has the Middleborough Cougars up 6-0. What a way to get started here for Middleborough. Mike Nadeau, number 15, leads the team out of the huddle. Here's your conversion attempt coming up. In the backfield, Pat Hannon's the quarterback. Hebert's back there. Brower gets the call once again, and he's going to get in off the left side this time. Number 32, let's get a look at him as the teams head to the sideline. Number 32, Kevin Brower, has scored the first 8 points of this game. He has his team on top, 8-0. There's 4:03 to go. The Cap Sports Game of the Week will continue, so stay with us.
Hi, I'm Marv Cook with the New England Patriots. I've had a lot of great memories playing football, you know, high school, college, and professionally now with the New England Patriots. And it all started back when I was in high school in West Branch, Iowa. If you want to catch a great game, why don't you watch one here on Cap Sports?
Here's the kickoff by Middleborough. Brower gets a pretty good end-over-end kick that'll be fielded on the far sideline by 33. Robert Scott. Scott trying to knife his way through the defense. The ball pops loose. The ball pops loose, but the official said he was down. Let's look at the official to the left. The official says he was down. Scott was down. Scott was down. Of course, we didn't get an opportunity to tell you too much about this Middleborough team, but they had a nice regular season as well. They went 7-1. They won last week against Silver Lake 26-12 to advance to this championship game. With 3:54 to go in the first quarter, Barnstable goes on offense again, 1st and 10. The ball's on the 25-yard line. Here's a pitch back going to 46. Tom Street. Street will have a gain around the right side. In on the stop, 52, Ryan Golden. one of many Middleborough Cougars around that ball. There'll be a gain to the 28-yard line. That's 3 yards for Street. 2nd and 7 now from the 28-yard line. Here's a pitch back going to Street once again. Good pursuit by Middleborough. The ball pops loose, and I think Middleborough has recovered this time. 64 has it for the Middleborough Cougars. Christian Perry. Second time Barnstable has fumbled this football in the series, and this time it will cost him. Christian Perry recovers the loose football. And Middleborough takes over now, 1st and 10. Ball is on the 26-yard line. Once again, Pat Hannon is the quarterback. Hannon hands this one off to Brower. 3 times they've run the football, and all 3 times it's been Brower. And he has to jump on top of that loose ball back on the 26-yard line. We apologize for the small delay there. Once again, we lost our power. That'll happen at this level. A lot of people here in the stands that you don't get an opportunity to see. Ball's on the 26-yard line, making it 4th down and 9 from the 26 for the Cougars. 4th and 9 from the 26. Pat Hannon, the quarterback. Hannon hands this one off to Soul, Brandon Soul, number 22. Good defensive pursuit right there by Barnstable. It looked like 86 was around that ball, Kyle Dacey, amongst many people there for the Silver Bullets. Silver Bullets, by the way, are coached by Mike Duffley. You can see them on the sidelines over there. Mike Duffley's right there in the white hat, right near the 30-yard line. I can't say white sweater and white hat because there's a couple of, but there's Mike Duffley in his 7th year. We'll talk about Mike's assistants in a moment. Barnstable goes on offense now, 1st and 10 with 1:16 to go here in the quarter. Ball's resting right on the 25-yard line. And we have a delay of game here as we have an official's whistle. We have a procedure call against Barnstable. This will make it 1st and 15 from the 20. The quarterback will be Matt Broughton, number 12, Dan Byron, 45, Tom Street, 46, Matt Schultz, 48, Ken Robbins, and Tim Picard are your wide receivers, 84 for Picard, 80 for Robbins. Not a healthy football team coming into the Super Bowl. Silver Bullets are banged up just a little bit. 46 Street goes in motion. Broughton drops back to pass. He's got an arm, and there it is right there, but the receiver fell down. Street. Tom Street was on the pattern somewhere around the 35-yard line. Double coverage by Durham and Brower. And the ball will go incomplete. But what we saw right there from Matt Broughton was a real nice arm. Matt Broughton, an 11-year-old 100-pounder. He's a quarterback and a safety. He goes to the 6th grade school in Barnstable. An excellent program put out by the Barnstable Silver Bullets. Wind starting to pick up here now. That will become a factor as our game moves along. Here's a pitch back, and they got a halfback option working. They come to the near side, and the ball will be picked off. I think that's Batchelder, 84. Batchelder with a huge return. Jason Batchelder, the cornerback, has picked the ball off. Jason Batchelder, who had a couple of big hits last week in the win against Silver Lake, comes up with a huge play here. And Middleborough will be knocking on the door once again. They're going to spot the ball on the 15-yard line. That's the second turnover here in the first quarter. We've got 55 seconds to go. 1st and 10 from the 15-yard line. This is Super Bowl Sunday at the youth football level. Pat Hannon, the quarterback, barks his signal. Second man through getting the call is Brower. Brower running to the right. Gets back to about the line of scrimmage. In on the stop for Barnstable. Look like 55 maybe. J. Andrew Roberson, if it is him. That is Roberson. Second down and 10 from the 15-yard line. Durham sets up wide to the left. Hebert and Brower in the backfield. Brower gets the call, rolling to the left. Plenty of blocking in front. He builds up a head of steam, and he's going to go in. Or is he not? I'm sorry. He stopped about a foot short of the goal line. Boy, Brower's a big boy. He's running right through this Silver Bullet defense. Let's give you the numbers on Kevin Brower. 64 inches, 5'4", 115 pounds. That's a 14-yard gain for Brower, making it first and goal now from the 1. Durham sets up wide to the left, wide to the right, I'm sorry. Hannon barking his signals, hands it off to Brower, and he sneaks into the end zone. Good pursuit to the football by 55, J. Andrew Roberson. Unfortunately, Brower had a little bit of an opening, and that's all he needed, and that's his second touchdown of the first quarter. And it is now 14-0. And that's the final play of the first quarter. After this, we'll take a break and come back with the second quarter. Hannon barking his signals, gives it to Brower. They've got a reverse working. Brandon Soule has it. And Soule will be tripped up. Let's see who gets up from the bottom of that pile for Middleborough. For the Silver Bullets, 46 Street made the stop. Good play by Street. Okay, the first quarter is history. It's a quick one. Couple of technical difficulties, but we hope you bear with us and understand what we're all working against. But there's a good look at the Barnstable people. Now, I told you that Barnstable had a nice regular season. They were 6-2. Their only losses were to Middleborough and Silver Lake. So a bit of a revenge factor coming in here for Barnstable. And I'll give you their other coaches. Mike Duffley is the head coach in his 7th year. Mike is assisted by John Kenny in his 7th year. Marty DiMartino in his 3rd year. Steve Turner in his 3rd year. And Bill Brooks in his 1st year. All right, we're going to take a quick timeout. It's 14-0 at the end of one quarter. We'll be back. What?
Raise this up when we get...
Okay. All right.
Hi, I'm Irving Fry of the New England Patriots. I've had a lot of fun over the years playing professional sports, playing in college sports. But most of my memories, my fondest memories, come from when I was back in high school, back in New Jersey, playing against other high school athletes, playing and having a lot of fun growing up. And if you want to catch some of the most exciting high school sports, high school football, watch Cap Sports this weekend. No?
No, you would have been fine. Here's Kevin Brower, 32. He's had a couple of kickoffs already, 3 kickoffs right now. A couple of touchdowns, and this kick is handled by 38, Raymond Hill. Raymond Hill continues to drive his legs forward. And we've got a late penalty flag here as the ball is advanced to about the 48-yard line, 47-yard line. Let's wait for the call from the official. And they're marching this ball back. And this will cost Barnstable. We got a holding call on the play. A holding penalty against the Silver Bullets. And they will now start 1st and 10 on the 33-yard line. With 7:53 to go here in the first half, they trail it by a count of 14-0. Number 32, Kevin Brower, doing most of the damage here. Silver Bullets going offense again. Let's see who has the call. Is this Street, 46? No, it's 45, Dan Byron. Dan Byron on the carry. Mike Nadeau, 50 in on the stop. There's a good look at Mr. Byron. Going back to his huddle, let's give you some numbers on Danny Byron. He's an 11-year-old 100-pounder. He also goes to the 6th grade school in Barnstable. Byron will have a gain to the 38-yard line. That's 5 yards for Byron. 2nd and 5 now from the 38. Broughton hands this one off to Byron again. Byron crosses the 40 to about the 42. John Hebert, 17 in on the stop. Let's pick up Hebert if we can. Number 17, John Hebert, holding his left wrist. Well, what a productive day he had last week. A couple of touchdowns in the win against Silver Lake. One was on a 52-yard run. John also picked up a fumble and rambled 36 yards for a touchdown. Ball's on the 42, 3rd down and 2 from the 42. Going in motion is Byron. And getting the call is Street. But right there is number 70 from Middleborough, making the stop, Nick Topman, number 70. He'll be short of the 1st down. He picked up about a yard. Also in on the stop, 52, Ryan Golden. Be 4th down and 1 from the 43. Tony Durham is back deep to receive this punt if the Silver Bullets do decide to kick it, but it doesn't appear as though that's what they're going to do. Let's look for Byron, 45 to carry it. Broughton, a long count, and he does indeed hand it off. This time it goes to Street, and Street has a 1st down for Barnstable. Street with a nice gain. Looks like Batchelder is in on the stop, 84. That's a 1st down for the Silver Bullets. The game will be to the 46, 3 yards. 3 yards for Street. They've got a 1st and 10 now working from the 46. Their first down of the game, and that's going to be a big confidence booster for these young football players. We've got the Super Bowl PeeWee championship game. Broughton gives it to the 2nd man through. That's Street once again. Boy, not an awful lot of running room around there. Brandon Brower gets up on the defensive side. Also there, Hebert, 17. While we've got a chance, let's give you some of the defensive people for Middleborough. The nose tackle, 71, Matt Warren. Number 50, Mike Nadeau, and 70, Nick Topman of the tackles. Defensive ends are Ryan Golden, 52, Brandon Brower, 82. Christian Perry, 64. Kevin Brower, 32 of the linebackers. We'll give you the deep people in a minute. 2nd and 9 now from the 47. Broughton dropping back. He's going to get thrown for a loss. Leading the charge on defense, number 64, Christian Perry. Great pursuit to the ball by Perry. There's a good look at him. Let's tell you about Christian Perry. Christian Perry is an 11-year-old, 63 pounds, 63 inches, 115 pounds. Can't be 63 pounds, can he? There'll be a loss back to the 38. That's a huge loss. 9-yard loss. 3rd down and 18 now from the 38, 39-yard line. Broughton dropping back. Looking downfield, he's got somebody open, but he's going to have to tuck it under and run. Nice job by number 12, Matt Broughton. Let's pick up the quarterback for Barnstable. His teammate, 84, Tim Picard, taps Broughton. Nice effort by him. Good coverage by the Middleborough secondary, which includes Jason Batchelder, 84. He already has an interception. 22, Brandon Soule, and 23, Tony Durham. Now we've got a 4th down working. The ball is on the 41. 4th and 16 from the 41. Tim Picard back to punt with 3:58 to go here in the 1st half. 14-0. The Cougars on top. Good snap from center. And a good kick. It's an end-over-end kick that Durham will handle on the 39-yard line. Durham, with some good blocking in front, continues to scoot down the field. Flags are flying like snow. A huge return by Durham, but I think it'll all be brought back. We saw not only 1 penalty flag, but we saw a 2nd. Okay, let's take a look at the scoreboard clock here at Duxbury. I'm Carl Pratt along with Harry Taylor. This is a feature presentation of Cap Sports. Representing Duxbury on the scoreboard today, the Middleborough Cougars. The guest, the Silver Bullets from Barnstable. 14-0. We'll be right back.
Hello again, everybody. I'm Skip Carey with the Atlanta Braves, the Atlanta Hawks, and NFL football on TBS and TNT in Atlanta. All the great athletes I watch got started playing high school sports. Support your high school team and keep an eye on Cap Sports in Plymouth.
A beautiful November afternoon for youth football. This is the Super Bowl. This is the championship game. This is for all the marbles. The Silver Bullets of Barnstable in their road white uniforms trimmed in red, silver pants, silver helmets, taking on the Middleborough Cougars. We get a good look at some of these Middleborough cheerleaders. Here we go, 1st and 10 now for Middleborough. After the penalties before the timeout, 1st and 10 from the 45. John Hebert gets the call, and Hebert gets stuffed. Good job defensively, leading the charge, number 66. Justin Waskowitz. He's a 10-year-old, 115 pounds, and Justin comes from the Osterville Bay School. 33 also in on the stop, Robert Scott. About a 1-yard pickup for Hebert, making it 2nd and 9 now from the 46-yard line. Durham is set up wide to the left. Middleborough already leads it 14-0. Here's Brower taking the handoff. Kevin Brower with some huge yardage. He continues to knife his way through. Look at him zig and zag. And Brower may go all the way. One man to bring him down. And once again, it's 66. Waskowitz. Justin Waskowitz after the huge run by Brower. Let's pick up Waskowitz. Now we've looked at Brower. Here's a touchdown-saving tackle by number 66. He's in the middle of that pile somewhere. Good job by Waskowitz. He had to be in hot pursuit. There'll be a gain all the way down to the 18-yard line. 36 yards for Brower. 1st and 10 from the 18-yard line with time ticking away, 2:35 and counting here in the first half. We've got a reverse working. Actually, it was a fake reverse. I got faked out, but Harry Taylor didn't get faked out. I guess that's the important thing, as long as the cameraman doesn't get faked out. Brower on the carry once again. Kevin Brower. We'll add up his numbers at halftime. Boy, Kevin Brower's getting an awful lot of yardage here today. He actually lost about 1 there, but he certainly has been the go-to guy for the Cougars. 2nd down and 11 from the 19. The head coach of the Cougars, Joe Perkins. His assistants, Mike Mobley, Jim Small, Art Triplone, and Matt Perkins. Dropping back his hand, and he's got time. He airs it out, and the ball will be short. The ball is short, intended for Brandon Soule. We'll try to pick up some of these defensive people on the Silver Bullet side. There's 1 minute and 47 seconds to go here in the half. It's 14-0. The Middleborough Cougars are on top. Let's take a look at the sideline here and look at some of these youngsters that don't get an awful lot of playing time, but certainly they're an integral part of this program. See if we can pick up some of these Middleborough people for you as we go along. 60 is Matt Whitty. 83, Jesse Small. 51, James Tesla. 62, Rob Ritalik. Looks like 14, Victor Perry. 34 is Tom Garofolo. 63, well, we don't have a 63 down in the program, unfortunately. 61, Bob Stanley. 53, Mike Myers. 15, Evan Small. 71, Matt Warren. During the regular season, Middleborough went 7-1. 3rd down, 11 yards to go now from the 19. They went 7-1. Their only loss was to Rockland. They try to go the air again, and this one will be short. Good pursuit defensively by 77 of the Silver Bullets. Brian Barnacle, 11 years old, 100 pounds. He comes from the 6th grade school on in Barnstable. James Brown in the middle of the screen, 52. Benjamin Rader, 72, 77, Barnacle. 56 is out there defensively, or is that 55? I'll take a guess and say 55. How's that? We don't have a 56 in the program. 4th and 11 from the 19 for the Cougars with 1:42 to go here in the half. Hannon hands it off to Brower. But this is Brandon Brower. And 33 right there to lay a pretty good hit was Robert Scott. And there's a penalty flag down on the play. There's a good look at that defense for the Silver Bullets. Nice hit by 33 Robert Scott. I'm not sure what the call was. The official's coming to the near sideline. He's explaining something to the coaching staff of Middleborough. Whatever it is, I think they've turned the ball over because they certainly got stopped. It was 82 on the carry, Brandon Brower. So a good defensive job that time by the Silver Bullets. It'll be 1st and 10 for Barnstable. Ball's on the 15 with 1:34 to go. Barnstable will go to work, 1st and 10. In motion goes Byron. 48 getting the call is Matt Schultz. 64 in on the stop, Christian Perry. There'll be a loss back to the 12-yard line. This will make it 2nd and 13 from the 12. Maybe it's 2nd and 14. We'll call it the 11. Perry on the hit. 2nd and 14 from the 11-yard line. Broughton with a quick count. First man through getting the call. Let's wait and see. Is that 38? Sure is. 38 carrying the ball, Raymond Hill. And Hill may have carried it on the previous play as well. I thought it was 48, but it might have been 38. Hill with the carry, gets up to the 14-yard line. That'll be 3, making it 3rd and 11 from the 14. John Hebert in on the stop, number 17. Time ticking away here in the first half. Just 15 seconds to go. Broughton, the quarterback, with a pitch to the right. This is Tom Street. And Street can't get past 32. Kevin Brower. 32. Kevin Brower having one whale of a first half. And speaking of the first half, we've come to an end of the first half. Just to the left of us is a good Middleborough contingent right here in the stands. I don't know how much Harry Taylor will be able to pick them up. But everybody obviously likes what they've seen here today. Middleborough is now going down to the left end zone. Barnstable will be going down to the right. Let's look at the scoreboard clock here before we take a quick timeout. It's 14-0. All the points coming in the first quarter. We'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Tom Larson from Nesson, and I've been involved covering the Bruins and the Red Sox and sports in Boston for quite a while now. But some of the most fun that I've had over the years has been high school football, high school basketball, the high school sports in Illinois and Michigan, and to a lesser extent in the city of Boston and in Massachusetts over the years. And I invite you to join Carl Pratt for Cap Sports High School Game of the Week.
Holiday and you can dance for inspiration. Come on. I'm waiting.
I'm over on the Boston Red Sox. You all know me as a professional ball player. It wasn't long ago that I played high school sports. If you want to catch high school sports, catch it with Carl Pratt on Sports Cap, on Cap Sports. Forget that one. I got to go.
Okay, welcome back, everybody, to our coverage of Super Bowl Sunday. We're out here in Duxbury tracking down the Middleborough Cougars and the Silver Bullets from Barnstable. I'm joined in the booth now by Kevin Mayo, one of the proud parents from Middleborough. His son played at the older level, and we'll talk to Kevin throughout the course of this contest. It's 14-0 as we begin the second half. This is Brandon Brower returning a kick for Middleborough. Good pursuit to the ball by a number of Silver Bullet players, headed up by 66, Justin Waskowitz. There's Justin, 66. He made a couple of nice plays at the tail end of the first half. And, you know, Kevin, obviously you're not too familiar with both these teams, but let's talk a little bit about kids playing youth football Super Bowl Sunday. It's got to be a big thrill for them with this many people on hand.
Well, I'll tell you, this is a beautiful day compared to last year. That's for darn sure. It was snowing and raining. Miserable day. This is absolutely beautiful for the kids and the parents.
Okay, they're going to try a halfback option pass to begin the second half. The pass was intended for Brandon Soul. Let's pick up the secondary coverage. Number 47 there is Taylor Jacobs. Good job by Jacobs to stay with the play. That's a sneaking little play to start the second half.
That's the way to catch them off guard right away. First play, just a little bit overthrown.
Kevin Brower, number 32, who had 82 yards rushing in the first half, shows he's got a strong arm and he can hurt you in a number of different ways. 2nd and 10 now from the 46-yard line. Once again, Pat Hannon is the quarterback. John Hebert, 17. Kevin Brower, 32, is in the backfield. Durham's in the slot. Getting the call is Hebert off the right side. He rambles across the 50 down to about the 47 before he loses his footing. 52. James Brown was there just in case for the Silver Bullets. There'll be a gain down to the 47. That's a 7-yard pickup for Hebert. And Hebert had a great day last week in the win against Silver Lake with 2 touchdowns.
John's a steady back. You can depend on him right up the middle, week in and week out.
It is 3rd down and 3 now from the 47-yard line. Hannon with a little bit of a delayed handoff to Hebert. It looked like the similar play, and did he get stuffed? Let's pick up the defender there for Barnstable. 45 was in on the stop, leading the charge. That's Danny Byron.
I think the mark will give it to him.
Going to be very close. Nope, they're not going to measure it. Going to make it a 4th down play, but Hebert, we'll give him 3 yards just the same, making it 4th down, less than 1. The ball is on the 44-yard line. Nice stick on the Barnstable side. Good defense by Barnstable.
Excellent. They've been able to stop most of the runs right up the middle.
The center, Mike Nadeau, leads the Cougars out of the huddle. First big play of the second half. Movement right away. And that time, Pat Hannon, number 19, the quarterback, with a quarterback sneak right up the middle. And it's kind of interesting the way Middleborough runs that sneak. I think the only 2 players on the field that know what the count is the quarterback and the center.
Well, Pat's been quarterbacking ever since the Mite level, and they got the first down when they needed it. Keep the drive going.
Pickup of 2 yards makes it 1st and 10 now from the 42-yard line. Both touchdowns in the first half by number 32, Kevin Brower. He had a 14-yard run and a 1-yard run. 5:52 and counting here in the 3rd quarter. Hannon hands it off to Durham, and Durham scoots to the outside. He may be off to the races. Durham scooting down the sideline. He may go all the way, and he does. Number 23, Tony Durham. With 5:36 to go, here in the 3rd quarter, Tony Durham slaps 5 with Pat Hannon, and the Cougars come to the sidelines now leading it comfortably 20-0. There's a break in the action. We'll be back with our coverage of Super Bowl Sunday from Duxbury, so stay with us.
Hi, I'm Bill King, and I'm the voice of the Oakland Athletics and the Los Angeles Raiders, and over the years I've had plenty of thrills during the games of those teams. But if you really want a thrill, why don't you be sure and catch the high school game of the week on Cap Sports.
Here's the all-important conversion attempt coming up. The kick is going to be up and short. Just short by number 32, Kevin Brower. Kevin Brower's kick is just short, and the advantage will stay at 20-0. Let's take a look at the Middleborough sidelines, and these players obviously happy. The kick was right on the money, but just short. Pick up a handful of these people. You know, we've had some interesting stats the last couple of weeks, and we can thank that gentleman right there. You can see him marking the clipboard, very busy on the sideline. That's Art Tripolone. Art gives us up-to-date stats week in and week out, and we appreciate his efforts. And Art wasn't too mild-mannered after one of the calls last week in the game against Silver Lake, but a much happier man right now. Okay, it's 20-0 after the 42-yard run by Tony Durham. That was a 5-play drive. They went 54 yards. The Cougars did 5 plays, 54 yards, and they've quickly padded their lead. But this Barnstable team won't lay over and die, as we found out last week when they went up against the number 1 rated team, Rockland, and they upset them, Kevin.
I did not see that game, but I heard it was an excellent game, and they didn't quit. And I don't think they'll quit today either.
32, Kevin Brower will kick off. We've used that name an awful lot here today. It's a pretty good end-over-end kick that'll be fielded by Byron, but the official blows the whistle and says Byron went down on one knee. So tough break for Barnstable. Couldn't really get any momentum. There was some running room out in front. But that's the difficult situation at this level. When the ball hits the ground and these youngsters get down to pick it up, they almost have to touch their knee anytime they even go for the ball.
Well, if they do touch the ground with their knee, the ball is dead right there. It's really for the kids' safety.
1st and 10 from the 26-yard line for Barnstable with 5:32 to go here in the 3rd quarter. You're watching a feature presentation of Cap Sports along with Kevin Mayer and Harry Taylor. I'm Carl Pratt. We hope you're enjoying our coverage. 46 Street gets the call. Tom Street. And 32 Brower's all over him. Boy, 32, Kevin Brower is having a whale of a game. Kicks on special teams, strong on defense from his linebacking position. And as I mentioned, he had 82 yards and 2 touchdowns in the first half. A 1-yard pickup for Street even after that collision. 2nd and 9 now from the 27-yard line. Coming in motion is Street. The quarterback, Broughton, drops back. He airs it out. And the ball is almost picked off by Durham. The pass was intended for Street. Nice arm that time by Broughton. Not too often you see kids either at the mite level or the peewee level throwing it 20, 25 yards on the money. That pass didn't miss by much.
No, he's got the wind at his back right now. I'd like to see Middleborough with Kevin Brower throw it because he can put it up to about 40 yards with the wind.
What a nice effort by
Oh, it was excellent effort. Just off the fingertips.
At the 27-yard line.
3rd down and 9 now from the 27-yard line. Broughton has his ends in close. Ken Robbins 80 and Tim Picard 84. Here's a pitch going to Byron. Byron trying to turn the corner. Who else is there but 22, Brandon Soul. There'll be a gain to the 29-yard line. That's a 2-yard pickup. Once again, to get you up to date with these teams in first-round playoff action last week, Barnstable was a 14-8 winner over Rockland. Dan Byron had a 45-yard touchdown run. They added the conversion, jumped on top 8-0. Rockland tied it before Joe DiMartino had a 5-yard touchdown run for the deciding points. 4th and 7 from the 29. Picard's kick is a good one. It bounces, and Durham will let it roll out of bounds. He does the wise thing and watches it roll out of bounds. But when we come back, Middleborough will take over in excellent field position at the 49-yard line with 4:03 to go here in the 3rd quarter. Our count, Middleborough 20, the Silver Bullets of Barnstable nothing.
Hi, this is Dale Arnold from Sports Radio WEEI. I've been a play-by-play announcer in the National Hockey League with the New Jersey Devils, in the National Football League with the New England Patriots, but I got my start, and still my first love is high school sports. I worked the high school sports beat for about 10 years up in Maine, and believe me when I tell you, that's where the most fun is. If you want to catch all the high school sports action, catch it right here on Cap Sports in Plymouth.
Welcome back, everybody. Middleborough set to go on offense once again. Hannon gives it to the first man through. That's Hebert. Hebert gets dragged down from behind. Let's pick up the defender there for Barnstable. Look like 77 maybe. Brian Barnacle. And James Brown was also there, 52. I don't know how I'm missing it, but I'm getting shielded out somehow. I'm watching the same game as everybody else, but I'm missing the poor tackle. The ball's on the 46. That's a 3-yard pickup for Hebert. 2nd and 7. Actually, it's a 4-yard pickup because they went from their own 46 to their own 49 to the Barnstable 46. Brown in on this stop as well. Hebert again gets the call. So in the first half, it was 32 Brower. Now this half, it looks like Middleborough is going to Hebert.
Well, I think they're going to try and run it up the middle and establish that, and then watch out on the ends.
Got some awful quick people, as we saw with Durham last time around, as he had that long touchdown run of 42 yards. It's 3rd down and 4 now. Here's a pitch back to Brower. Some blocking in front, and Brower will have the first down. Brower was knocked off his feet by number 48. That's Matt Schultz. Good job defensively by Schultz. That's no easy task bringing down Brower, is it?
Kevin's got the size and the power, where Tony's got the speed, and it is difficult to get Kevin down.
That's 1st and 10 now from the 38-yard line. Hannon hands it off to Hebert. He gets slowed at the line. Somebody came up and stuck him. The linebacking spot. 46, Tom Street there. 33, is it? Yep, 33. Robert Scott also there. Good gang tackling by the Silver Bullets.
Well, they're plugging up the middle really well now.
Not a big gain that time for Hebert.
No, it gives them 2nd and 9. But looking for an option pass here, one of these plays.
We're inside 2 minutes to go here in the 3rd quarter now. Hannon, that time did a great job to elude the pursuit. He stays on his feet. What a great individual effort by Hannon. He looked like he faked the handoff, and he had 2 or 3 Barnstable players right in his face. How did he get away? I don't know.
Well, Pat's not as tall as some of the other players, and I think sometimes he kind of shifts under him. He's pretty quick on his feet, and he's got good lateral pursuit, which helps him avoid it and gain that extra yardage.
Not a bad little run that time.
No, it's
4 yards.
It's not bad for a quarterback.
No, that's right. 3rd down and 5 from the 33. Hannon gives it to Hebert. He's got the 1st down, and look at Hebert ramble into the secondary. 33 is there on the stop. Robert Scott also getting up from that pile for the Silver Bullets. Let's go back, Harry. Help me out here. Pick this guy up. He's not getting up too quick. He's hurt. That's going to be 46 or 48. How about 45? Danny Byron. Boy, I tried 2 numbers and struck out twice there, but let's hope Mr. Byron's okay. Boy, Hebert just rambling into that secondary. He'll have a gain down to the 18-yard line. That's 15 yards for John Hebert. All right, let's take a look at the scoreboard clock. Here in Duxbury, it's a neutral site. Representing Duxbury on the scoreboard here this afternoon, the Middleborough Cougars. And the guest today, the Silver Bullets from Barnstable. We'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Dick Stockton of CBS. You know, high school sports are very important. You see some of the great competition when the high school athletes play, and a lot of the players you see in the big leagues all were stars in high school as well. Well, stay tuned to Cap Sports throughout whatever season it is for the high school game of the week.
We're inside a minute to go now here in the 3rd quarter. Hannon pitches it back to Brower. Brower rolling to the right, and with a penalty flag on the play, we'll wait and see how things develop. 48 in on the stop, Matt Schultz. Let's give you some numbers on Matt, a 10-year-old 95-pounder. He goes to the Catuit School, and this penalty will be against Middleborough. Been a pretty good game so far between these 2 teams. Middleborough started with a bang in the 1st quarter, jumping on top 14-0. Let's take a look at this Barnstable huddle, this sideline. Let's give you the Barnstable coaching staff. Once again, the head coach is Mike Duffley in his 7th year. There's Mike just to the right of the screen with the white sweatshirt and white hat. Mike is assisted by John Kenny in his 7th year, Marty DiMartino in his 3rd year, Steve Turner in his 3rd year, and Bill Brooks in his 1st year. And Bill Brooks is a very fitting football name. Billy Brooks out of Boston University, having an outstanding NFL career. The ball right now is spotted on the 30-yard line. It'll be 1st down in about 20. Once again, coming into this game, in the regular season, Barnstable had a nice record of 6 wins and 2 losses. Unfortunately, one of those losses came against today's opponent, Middleborough. 14-8 was that final count. The other loss was against Silver Lake. Middleborough comes in 7-1. Their only loss in the regular season was to Rockland. Rockland lost last week in the semifinals of the playoffs against Barnstable. Excellent crowd on hand here today for this youth football championship game. It's Super Bowl Sunday. We've got 50 seconds left here in the quarter. 1st and 20 now from the 30-yard line. 46 all over Pat Hannon. 46 and 33 were there. 46 is Tom Street. 33 Robert Scott.
Make it a second and, believe, what, 13? No, excuse me, second and 23.
Second down, 23 yards to go now from the 33-yard line. Let's see if they go the air. Brower's rolling to the right. He wants the halfback option. There's pressure there, but somehow he eludes it, gets it away, and is the ball picked off? No, it's not. But a great defensive play by somebody from Barnstable. I think it was 45, Dan Byron.
By number 23.
Pass was intended, I'm sorry, Kevin, intended for Durham.
That's a halfback option pass they've been practicing, and he does have a strong arm, even into the wind.
That was an excellent throw. It'll be 3rd and 23 from the 33. Why don't we pick up the near sideline here and give you the Middleborough coaches. We talked about the Barnstable coaches. Head coach is Joe Perkins, Mike Mobley, Jim Small, Art Tripolone, and Matt Perkins on the sideline. 6 coaches pacing the sideline, and nobody gets any more work than Art Tripolone. Here's a good look at Art. Here we go. We've got a double reverse working. Soul is there, and Soul's going to be sacked. I think it was going to be another pass. This one intended for the other Brower, Brandon Brower. But number 46, Tom Street, comes up to make the sack. Boy, this Barnstable defense is really stiffened. And that would be the final play of the 3rd quarter. The ball is spotted back now on the 39-yard line. That's another loss, this time 6 yards. When we come back, it'll be 4th and 29 from the 39. All right, you're watching a feature presentation of Cap Sports, along with Kevin Mayer and Harry Taylor. I'm Carl Pratt. We'll be back. First play of the 4th quarter, and now Brower gets away a kick that is mishandled, and fortunately for 47, he jumps right on top of it. That's Taylor Jacobs. Tough ball to handle. That wind can play tricks with you.
That was an excellent stop by the Barnstable defender, because that could have bounced loose and recovered by Middleborough. They did an excellent job. That was a very good kick, too.
The ball is now on the 11-yard line. Good job by Brower to punt it away. He does just about everything for Middleborough. 1st and 10 from the 11 for Barnstable here in the 4th quarter. Matt Broughton once again is the quarterback. Second man through. Getting the call is 46, Tom Street. Soul in on the stop. Brandon Soul, number 22, a wide receiver and a cornerback.
Stopping the play by number 22, Brandon Soul.
Soul will have a gain to the 15-yard line, making it 2nd down and 6. Here's a pitch back. Going to Street once again, and somebody came up to lay a pop on him. Let's wait and see. That Hebert? John Hebert with a nice hit. We got shielded just a bit. That's it. John Hebert must have heard us say. It was him. He looked right up at us. The ball was spotted on the 10, so that'll be a loss of 5. Nice hit by Hebert. 3rd and 11 now from the 10-yard line. Street goes in motion. Broughton dropping back to pass. He goes over the middle, and the pass is going to be complete, and they pitch it. And they're going to get a nice gain out of this play. Let's see who's on the receiving end running that ball. Looks like 38, Ray Hill. The pass was complete to Street. They pitched it back, so a nice little wrinkle in that Barnstable offense. But unfortunately, it may cost them one of their players hitting the turf. With 6:26 to go, let's pick up the player on the sideline if we can, or at least, well, actually, why don't we get off the injured player? Let's move to the left if we can. We got a couple of players on the bench for Barnstable. Let's pick up the bench players.
Let's have a fine round of applause for both cheerleader teams.
Good look at a couple of youngsters. Of course, this team is banged up a little bit coming into this Super Bowl matchup. They lost Joe DiMartino to injury. Joe had some good yardage last week. Joe wears number 24 for this team. All right, here we go. Play back in. It's going to be 4th and about 3. This time the Middleborough Cougars snuff it out. Nadu is there along with 70, Nick Totman. Looks like 52 is there as well. Ryan Golden. And unfortunately, another Barnstable player is banged up on the play. Okay, here's the situation. There's 6:14 to go. The Middleborough Cougars in command at 20-0. We'll be right back.
Everyone, I'm Sean McDonough of TV 38 Sports, a 1980 graduate of Hingham High School. And I remember back when I was in high school how avidly the sports fans of the South Shore follow high school sports. And I hope you'll continue to support high school sports and follow it on Cap Sports. It's the high school football game of the week coming your way on Cap Sports throughout the fall.
Okay, Middleborough goes to work now after the play, and now look at that Barnstable defense respond on Tony Durham. 61 is there along with 18. 61, Chris Ballard, and number 18, Rodney Ames.
We have a new quarterback. Number 7 is Tony Cupie, and 24, Cedric McElwain. 24 was the ball carrier on that last play. Looks like they've got the second offense in right now.
Well, let's pick up some of these youngsters. Good job by the Middleborough coaching staff to make a change here with 5.5 minutes to go in the game, well in command. 24 getting the call is Cedric McElwain. Look at him go, and Cedric finally gets run out of bounds by number 18, Rodney Ames.
Cedric's got that outside quickness and speed that everybody looks for in a running back. Heads-up ball player.
Scooted around the right side, made it all the way to the 4-yard line. That's an 8-yard pickup. It'll be 3rd down, and about 2 from the 8 for McElwain. The quarterback is Tony Cupie, as Kevin pointed out. Also in the backfield, I see a 3 as part of it. McElwain gets the call once again, tries to go to the right side, and this time he runs into a couple of tacklers. 41 and 85 there for Barnstable. 41, Tyler Turner, and 85, Tyler Gold. Boy, not too often you get 2 Tylers in on the same play.
Well, that's going to be confusing for the coaches and the announcing staff at the same time.
Here's Middleborough on the sidelines. Let's take a look at Barnstable on the other sideline. And their head coach, Mike Duffley. Mike talking to some of his players, and I'll tell you what, you can't always be pleased with the final results, but you can be pleased certainly with the effort. The kids giving 110% today, doing whatever they can to get on the scoreboard, and the defense really hasn't done that bad. No, it was just a quick start by Middleborough, scoring 14 points in the first quarter, and you know, when you're in the hole like that right away, it's really tough to overcome.
Well, when you're down like that quick, it almost forces you to do some things that you really don't want to do, and causes you to play hurry-up, catch-up football, and it's tough sometimes against the better teams. It's nice to see some of these younger kids get a chance to play. They've practiced all year and maybe haven't played that much, but here they are, a thrill of a lifetime in a Super Bowl, and they get a chance to play, and that's really great for the coaches.
Good point,
Kevin.
Got to
commend them for that.
Tom Garofalo, 34, is in the backfield. No, actually, he's wide to the right, isn't he? Tony Cupie, the quarterback. The handoff goes to 83, Jesse Small. And Jesse will be stopped short of the goal line. Let's pick up some of these other numbers if we can. Tyler Leroy is there. He had the first down, however. Jesse Small gets the first down. That was a big 4th down play. It's now 1st and goal from the 1-yard line. Danny Carnadine is in the game now, number 8, 51. James Tesla.
Number 85, Tyler Gold.
15, Evan Small is out there. Let's see what Cupie does with this football. Number 7, Cupie, the quarterback, barking his signals, gives it off to 24, Cedric McElwain. Good defensive pursuit to the ball once again by Barnstable.
Stopped in the play by number 18, Rodney Ames.
Ames in on the stop once again. Rodney Ames, number 18. Bob Stanley is in the game. Matt Whitty is in the game. McElwain gets the call, trying to get outside, but he slips off the left side. Boy, one of the reasons he slipped, big 97, Christopher Northrup was there. Boy, he's a big boy. Look at 97 in there. Look at 97 and his teammate right beside him, 22.
97, he's right at the limit. Big boy.
Comes from the 6th grade school in Barnstable. 11 years old, 115 pounds. It's now 3rd and goal. Ball now is on the 4-yard line after the loss of 3. Tony Cupie, the QB. I could have a lot of fun with that. McElwain trying to get outside, but he's going to get dropped.
Excellent open field tackle, number 25.
Pat Colburn. Let's look at Pat Colburn, number 25. Good job by Pat. And look right here to the left, Harry Taylor. They're trying to get the coach with the water. And all the fans are booing him. All the fans here from Middleborough booing him. Now they get him with the water. And they're having fun with that, Coach. Do you know who that one is?
Let's see, which one was, who's throwing the water now? Number 11. That's old Glenn Hamelbrook.
All right, here we go, back to the action. It's 4th down and goal. Ball's back on the 9-yard line. 4th and goal. Cupie goes back, he throws, and the ball's going to be picked off, I think. Barnstable picks the ball off. Let's see who has the ball. I think it's 25. I think Pat Colburn picked it off. Good job by that young defense. There's a coach over there doing a good job. Mike Duffley going over to slap his players 5 and give them some words of encouragement.
Barnstable did an excellent job on defense. We had 1st and goal, had 4 shots at it, and their defense stuffed Middleborough at that time. They did an excellent job.
They sure did.
Be proud of themselves.
Well, not only did they stop him, Kevin, they had 1st and goal from the 1.
That's what I'm saying. They had 4 shots at it, and they couldn't get it in. So they did themselves proud. Those boys, some of those boys will be back next year. They'll remember this. And
it'll be 1st down, 10 yards to go from the 4-yard line. And we'll try to pick up some of these Middleborough people on defense. We'll obviously pick up the new offense for Barnstable. There's 2:11 to go in the game. When we look back on this contest, Kevin Brower had 2 touchdowns in the 1st quarter. He had a 14-yard run and a 1-yard run. He had 82 yards rushing in the 1st half. Tony Durham had a 42-yard touchdown run on the 1st series of the 2nd half. Capping a 5-play, 54-yard drive, and that's all our scoring. Okay, let's pick up these new Barnstable people as this game moves along. 25 getting the call is Colburn. And on the stop, number 80, Mark Ferrant. 51 is out there for Barnstable now. Matt Souza. Let's pick up some of these Barnstable people on offense, see if we can get some of their numbers. Waiting for the play to come in from the sideline. Number 3 is the quarterback, Mike Riley, 10 years old, 83 pounds. 70 is in the game. William Campbell III. Number 40 is in the game. Travis Glatke. 2nd down, 8 yards to go from the 6 now. And now we'll have a sack by number 60, Matt Whitty. Matt Whitty comes up with the sack. We've got 1 minute and 12 seconds to go before the huge celebration takes place. Let's take a look at the sidelines. Right down in front of us, you can see some of the officials with trophies waiting to hand them over to the Middleborough people. They're going to cap off an outstanding season in about 55 seconds. They'll get handed these trophies, and I'll tell you, let's not lose sight of the fine season that the Silver Bullets had from Barnstable, because on paper they had no business getting here, finishing in 4th place, going up against the number 1 team last week, Rockland, but they put together a great team effort and defeated Rockland 14-8.
Barnstable surely should be proud of themselves, because they did an excellent job.
We got a safety whistle. Number 83 comes up with the hit. Jesse Small. Here's Jesse coming to the sidelines. That makes it 22-0. Boy, we saw some fine defense by Barnstable on the last series by Middleborough, and now the reserves for Middleborough return the favor.
Both second line defenses did an excellent job. All that practice and all those practices this season certainly paid off.
They look back on it now. They've got to be pleased with what they've done.
Well, it all started way back in August. Now we're in November, and a lot of nights, a lot of practices.
Long season. You know, it's an old cliche in sports, but both these teams will go home today. There really are no losers in this event. Somebody gets a little bit bigger trophy. Somebody leads on the scoreboard, but
just the fact that they got here with all the other teams involved in the league is something to be proud of.
All right, here comes the kick now after the safety. 54 will do the kicking. Daryl Acker. There's just 17 seconds remaining here this afternoon. Oh, Acker with a real nice kick. Handled by Jesse Small. Small trying to shoot down the sidelines. Boy, he still gives these Middleborough people something to cheer about in the last few seconds. Here's a good look at Jesse. 9 seconds to go. Nine seconds to go here this afternoon. It is 22-0. Let's take a look at the sidelines. There's Art Tripolone stopping some of his players 5. They've got to be happy. The head coach is to the right. One head coach, of course, but all his assistants. Once again, the head coach for Middleborough, Joe Perkins, Mike Mobley, Jim Small, Art Tripolone, Matt Perkins, all assisting with the program. Tony Cupie comes up over center. They're gonna have a lot of fun with that all year. Tony Cupie, the QB.
Can be confusing sometimes.
24 getting the call on the, do we want to call it the final play of the game? Not yet. Still 1 second remaining, and that's it. The clock ticks down as number 24, Cedric McElwain, runs out of bounds, and there are the Middleborough group, the players and coaches going out. As Kevin may have pointed out, it's been a long season, but it's been a rewarding season. The two teams will shake hands coming in. We expected a good ball game, and we certainly had it. It was 14-0 after the first quarter, but just one touchdown and one safety scored in the final 3 quarters, and a good battle between two outstanding programs. The Middleborough Cougars prevail here today, 22-0. Let's look to the left. Pat Hannon's got the ball. Looks like he's not going to give that up for anything.
No, he's worked long and hard for that since he started the program as an 8-year-old. And
there's Pat right in the middle, 14 right beside him, Victor Perry. Super Bowl champs here in 1993. Super Bowl champs, the Middleborough Cougars.
Let's welcome our Commissioner Alberti.
Let's pull back just a hair as we see the cheerleaders still going. Very, very vocal here for Middleborough. That makes it all worthwhile for these girls, too. They're getting a lot of folks. There's an awful lot of people here today, too, Kevin, to sit here and enjoy this event.
Well, it's been a beautiful day, and the Middleborough people should be proud of themselves for all the parents and all the support they gave the boys, plus the Barnstable. They both had a long drive up here, and it was an excellent game.
And it's nice to see these Barnstable people clapping for Middleborough. You can see some people in the middle doing some talking. 22-0, the final count. To quickly recap the scoring for you in this game, 14-0 in the first quarter. We saw Middleborough jump on top. 2 touchdowns by number 32, Kevin Brower.
Let's have a fine round of applause for the Barnstable.
One was a 1-yard run. One was a 14-yard run. It was 14-0 at the half. And on the first play, or the first series, I should say, of the third quarter, it was a 5-play, 54-yard drive for Middleborough. Tony Durham going in the final 42 yards. Then they added the conversion at the end. And there's the awarding of the trophy to the Middleborough Cougars, and they hold it high, as well they should. Super Bowl champs here in 1993.
Congratulations to both teams.
There's Coach Perkins holding that trophy. Middleborough heads to the sideline now. A lot of people connected with this program going to be very, very pleased with the accomplishment here in 1993. So that'll just about take care of things here from Duxbury. Once again, the final count: Middleborough 22, Barnstable nothing. Super Bowl champs here in 1993. You've been watching a feature presentation of Cap Sports. For Harry Taylor and Kevin Mayer, I'm Carl Pratt saying thanks for watching, everybody, and we'll see you next year.